Plenty of drama today. This was posted on the CNBC website. Quote, Elon Musk ordered NVIDIA to ship thousands of AI chips reserved for Tesla to X and XAI. Musk responded and clarified, Tesla had no place to send the NVIDIA chips to turn them on, so they would have just sat in a warehouse. The south extension of Giga Texas is almost complete. This will house 50,000 H100s for FSD training. Seems reasonable. If you've made a massive order and realize if you take delivery now, they're just going to sit around doing absolutely nothing, it'd be a little wasteful to take delivery, right? Further clarification from Musk. Of the roughly $10 billion in AI-related expenditures I said Tesla would make this year, about half is internal, primarily the Tesla-designed AI inference computer and sensors present in all of our cars, plus Dojo. For building the AI training superclusters, NVIDIA hardware is about 2/3 of the cost. My current best guess for NVIDIA purchases by Tesla are $3 to $4 billion this year and more. Training compute for Tesla is relatively small compared to inference compute, as the latter scales linearly with the size of the fleet. By the way, in case anyone is like, what the hell? What is this inference compute? He's literally talking about the computers in Tesla vehicles. That's inference compute as opposed to training. Perhaps the best way to think about it is in terms of power consumption. When the Tesla fleet reaches 100 million vehicles, not if, when, believe me it will, currently around 6 million. By the way, quick aside, if you'd like to know exactly when I think Tesla's fleet will reach 100 million vehicles, head over to Patreon and check out my Tesla valuation model. Just click the link in the pinned comment and join at the investor level and above, and you'll see my estimates. Tesla's fleet has been one of the critical factors in my valuation model from day one. Peak power consumption of AI hardware in cars will be around 100 gigawatts. Training power consumption is probably less than 5 gigawatts. These are very rough guesses. Obviously, 5 gigawatt of AI training compute is enormous by current standards, but is only about 5% of total Tesla AI compute. There is a path for Dojo to exceed NVIDIA. It is a long shot, as I've said before, but success is one of the possible outcomes. And one final detail here, during this discussion, Ryan posts, I think 85,000, as in H100s, is the right number. The new data center will house 50,000. They have an existing 35,000. This should all be in addition to the Dojo systems. Musk responds, correct. Also, I can't overstate the difficulty of making 50,000 H100s train as a coherent system. No company on Earth has been able to achieve this yet. Once we have that system working, we will order more hardware. Never one to miss an opportunity to get his head in the media. Ross Gerber had some thoughts. I've yet to watch this clip, but anyone want to guess? Elon bad? Dan Ives, however, reposting this clip with a comment, we strongly disagree with Ross Gerber speaking to CNBC on this Tesla take. So let's see what Dan Ives strongly disagrees with.
All right, welcome back. We have some interesting developments from the world of Elon Musk because, of course we do. CNBC publishing a scoop that Elon Musk had directed NVIDIA to ship thousands of semiconductors that were meant for Tesla to instead be sent to X and XAI. Those, of course, two other companies that Musk owns. And guess what? Musk responded to the article. He said on X that he simply made the change because Tesla does not have the physical space to store all the chips that were ordered. Apparently, he also didn't like the article. Anyway.
I just quickly want to clarify something here. If we read what Musk actually said, Tesla had no place to send the NVIDIA chips to turn them on. These are operative words, to turn them on. He didn't say they don't have the physical space. They do not yet have a place that they can set up, install, and begin operating these chips. These aren't desk lamps. You just plug one in, turn it on. I am not an AI expert. Of course, Ross Gerber is, so I'm sure he'll explain, but my understanding at a very rough level, in order to get these chips and actually use them, not just have them somewhere, turn them on here. It's not just a matter of having a physical space to place them. I mean, you need data centers in server racks with a bunch of networking equipment. You need cooling systems in place to thermally manage them as well. Fuck tons of cables, including for power, plus networking cables, plus the actual chips themselves, storage, a bunch of networking equipment, specialized cooling systems. This includes air conditioning, plus ventilation, plus liquid cooling. Then, of course, there's a power supply as well. You don't just plug these things into a wall outlet. Loads of software as well. Then, of course, you also actually need physical security and cybersecurity set up as well to protect your data. Like, there's a million different things going on here. So again, I underscore the operative words here. Tesla had no place to send the NVIDIA chips to turn them on because, believe it or not, turning them on is not just a matter of literally pressing a magic on button. Just putting that out there. So the interpretation here from CNBC already is a false claim that Musk suggested they didn't have physical space. He didn't say there's no physical space. In fact, he contradicts his statement. He literally said they would have just sat in a warehouse, indicating there obviously is physical space, a warehouse. But that's not what's necessary to turn these fucking things on and use them. With that caveat out of the way, let's hear the rest of the segment.
Anyway, given Musk's investment in his business empire, is he favoring maybe other companies, other babies over Tesla?
What a great opportunity for somebody to put an uncharitable interpretation onto these events. Yes, Elon threatening to take away Tesla's AI and blow up the company and distract it and fiduciary responsibility, and we need somebody on the board of directors like me who can tell Elon to stop being bad. And I'm just kidding. Ross will be very reasonable, I'm sure.
Joining us now is Gerber Kawasaki President and CEO Ross Gerber. I mean, listen, we'll take any just boring story that would be boring any other day. When you add Elon Musk's name to it, instantly becomes interesting. Do you have a hot take on this scoop?
I mean, you had the hot take on the scoop. I mean, I'm waking up and reading your article. That's obviously new information and a continuation.
It wasn't mine. It was Laura Kolodny. And Musk,
right. Well,
Musk kind of name-checked
Laura,
her
because
he wasn't happy with the article.
Yeah, no, but I mean, obviously it was true because he responded to it, and whatever take you want to make of it or whatever Elon's thinking, isn't really what I'm trying to do. I'm an investor in Tesla. So it doesn't feel good because I've walked Gigafactory Austin and it's like 17 miles long or something. Yeah. To say that you don't have room for something is a weird excuse.
Well, there we have it, folks. I mean, words matter. They have definitions and meaning. And when you string a number of words together, it's important that you comprehend the meaning of those words before you embarrass yourself like this again. It's not about physical space. Holy shit. It is true that physical space is one of the requirements to get these things up and running, operational, turned on, per Musk's post on X. One of the requirements, not the only requirement. As I mentioned earlier, not only do you need the physical space, you also need data centers, proper thermal management, sufficient power, data storage, bunch of software, high-speed networking, physical and cybersecurity measures, just to name a few of the necessary items to get these things up and running. So I have a question, like a proper question. I'm seriously wondering. You read this post from Musk, and let's just imagine for whatever reason, maybe just a bit of a dope, having a bad day, haven't had your morning coffee, whatever. And you read a post and you go, wait, does that post mean that he's saying there's not enough physical space? Because I've been to the factory and there was a lot of space. At that point, you go, well, hang on a minute. Why would he post this? Because clearly there's physical space. Is it possible that I'm not understanding the post here and I don't understand what's involved in actually setting up a bunch of AI training compute and having it operational? Because otherwise, this guy could end up in serious trouble for misleading the public and, importantly, misleading shareholders and investors. Let me just make sure that I've understood the meaning of this post before I appear in the media and embarrass myself. I'm just kidding. Why would I try to give a charitable interpretation? I don't care. This guy's obviously Elon bad. Therefore, yeah, no space. Oh, nice one, Elon, you idiot. You're lying. If I didn't know any better, I'd almost think that Ross is on a mission to scream from the rooftops that Elon bad. Surely you've got to give a more charitable interpretation to this stuff. You see something, go, that doesn't make sense. I've been to the factory. It's really big. Let me just make sure that there's nothing else involved in turning these things on. No. Of course, when given an opportunity to appear in the hate stream media, by the way, just listen to the intro again to understand why people like Ross always appear in the media. It's a great strategy for business. Listen closely.
Is he favoring maybe other companies, other babies over Tesla? Joining us now is Gerber Kawasaki President and CEO Ross Gerber.
Oh, thanks for letting us know not only his name, but the company. This, of course, is why folks like Ross, and I'm not hating, by the way, it's a great strategy for getting your name out there and generating new business, appear in the media. They're always described based on their role and or their company and the book they've just published, whatever the fuck it is to hawk or sell or promote. And again, there's nothing wrong with self-promotion. This is how this whole thing works. But the real question here is the purpose of Ross's appearance to share his thoughts on Tesla as the number one priority, or to get the name of his company out there once again? I don't know the answer. I'm just asking the question. If it were to discuss Tesla, in my opinion, I would have imagined that Ross would have done a little bit of homework first, or at the very least, read the posts from Musk and attempted to parse them with his own neural net to try and understand the meaning, as opposed to getting stuck on this physical space narrative. Anyway, back to the video.
I'm an investor in Tesla. So it doesn't feel good because I've walked Gigafactory Austin and it's like 17 miles long or something.
Yeah.
To say that you don't have room for something is a weird excuse for the biggest factory I've ever seen ever. But that said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done at Tesla, just the day-to-day stuff. My dad bought a Tesla. He can't seem to get it. My chief compliance officer bought a Tesla. She's having trouble getting it. They're short-staffed. People want their cars. So yeah, Tesla's kind of the bottom of the pecking hole of Elon's companies.
On this point, I certainly beg to differ. Given the progress we've seen with autonomy, the complete rewrite of full self-driving, which is now being trained end-to-end purely on video, the refreshed Model 3, Tesla's rapidly expanding energy business, the progress with Optimus, and I could keep rattling off countless other examples. I think it's a bit of a stretch to suggest that Tesla is Musk's lowest priority among all the companies he's currently operating and or involved with. Another way to think about this is exactly what else could Musk be doing? Tesla's announced interim vehicles. They're about to unveil a Robotaxi like 2 months from now. What else could Tesla have done? Obviously, besides convincing the Fed to lower interest rates or running around screaming, going, look at me, I'm doing things. Like, actual serious question, what could Tesla have done? They're driving the cost of their vehicles down as much as possible. They're on the cusp of solving autonomy. We're going to learn a load more about the Robotaxi, the ride-hail app, 2 months from now. We're seeing incredible progress with Optimus. Serious question, what more could Musk do? Like, what signs are there that Tesla's not a priority? And I'm seriously asking this question. Give me some examples in the comments below of things Musk could actually have done in terms of spending more time on Tesla. Musk running around waving his arms in the air screaming isn't going to solve autonomy any sooner. Just saying. Like Dan, I disagree with this take from Ross. P.S. Man, I really wish that NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, wasn't so distracted. If only he was busy working harder instead of signing bras, NVIDIA would be doing even better as a company. I think I might run for the board of directors for NVIDIA to get this guy in line because clearly he's distracted. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. Plus, has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. And I haven't missed a daily video in more than 3 years. Must be a coincidence, right? Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. But don't take my word for it. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. By the way, viewer, that makes 2 of us. On to the next. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. This viewer's been taking AG1 for 8 months and says, what an investment. Another. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR or I can keep going. Plenty more to come. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. If you're still skeptical, hey, I don't blame you. Everyone on the planet seems to be promoting AG1 now, but guess what? They weren't nearly 3 years ago when I had this to say privately to my Patreon audience before there was a relationship, when I was asked about what I was doing for my health, energy, and so on. Just sharing my genuine, honest thoughts about a product I'd recently discovered that was at the time called Athletic Greens, now AG1. If I could only recommend one supplement to take, Athletic Greens, and I'm not getting paid to say this, Athletic Greens is a fucking
game changer. I cannot believe how effective this is. No longer having a lack of energy in the afternoons. It's fucking amazing. There's only one thing to recommend, seriously. Try Athletic Greens. You won't go back.
So obviously, just like Elon Musk is a liar, a fraud, a con man, a scammer, a fake engineer, and Tesla's going bankrupt, you shouldn't trust that guy from about 3 years ago who, without any financial incentive, was promoting this product to his audience on Patreon when they were asking about health and what he's doing for supplements. Because obviously, there was some other reason he recommended that, obviously. Not sure what it was, but don't trust that guy. And all the testimonials, like my mental game's improved with AG1. I feel better than ever. I'm so impressed I've bought it for both my parents. I feel more focused and have better digestion. Incredible difference. No more afternoon fatigue. It's relieved gut issues. These are all just obviously fake testimonials from fake people. Right? Wrong. Just try it. Unless you hate yourself. If you hate yourself and you don't even want to risk possibly feeling better, this is not for you. But for everyone else, what's the worst that could happen? Try it for a month. See how you feel. It's a no-brainer. Just click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR. You'll get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2 plus 5 travel packs. And you'll take the colossal risk that maybe you might have a similar experience to some of the people whose testimonials we've read in this video.